to another episode of the DBI, Darren Barbour Investigations. I am Darren Barbour, your Minister of Information. There's a child predator on the loose in the city of Fort Wayne, Indiana. Watch this clip with me.
Responded to that first attempted kidnapping around 4:15 on Lily Street when a man apparently tried to grab a girl and pull her into his minivan. Then police got a similar call 15 minutes later on Mill Run Drive in southwest Fort Wayne. This evening, I got the chance to talk with the family of that first attempted kidnapping victim. They're certainly shaken up, but they're grateful that their daughter is safe.
A man had pulled up in a white van and grabbed me by my arm and tried to force me inside his van.
A sudden attack Taria Webb Arnold never imagined would happen as she got off her school bus Monday afternoon.
Honestly, I was just really scared, and I was just trying to think of ways to get away. He had a really tight grip.
That's when someone else there on Lily Street stepped in and the attacker drove away without his victim.
I was just thinking, this person a lifesaver. Like, oof, somebody heavens.
Taria's mother, Sharnice, says when she heard what her daughter went through, she sped back home immediately, feeling a range of emotions.
Gratefulness was my main emotion. Anger that this dude got away. Sadness that this kind of thing actually happens in broad daylight and no one wants to intervene except for one people out of all the people that were down there.
The attacker then drove west to the Willow Creek Crossing apartments where he tried abducting another girl in the same way before other bystanders stepped up to stop him. Police are still searching for that suspect who is reportedly driving a white minivan. As for the person who stepped in to make sure Taria didn't end up in that van, the Webb Arnold family doesn't know who that rescuer is, but Sharnice has a message.
We want to say thank you so much. You saved my baby life. Who knows what that man could have done to her or would have done to her. Or the other young lady. To those that actually step in for our children, who actually wants to be a voice for our children, thank you. Because just know it takes a village to raise our children. And trust, someone will do it for yours as well.
The police are now asking for the community's help in finding that attacker. The suspect is described as a white man in his late 40s who has an average-sized build, a beard, and no hair. The van he drove is white and rusty with plastic on the passenger side window. Police are looking for any security or doorbell camera footage that could help them find the suspect, so anyone with information is asked to call Fort Wayne Police.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see and hear from the clip that we just watched, we have a predator on the loose in the city of Fort Wayne, Indiana, who has tried to strike twice in broad daylight, all within a half hour of each other. So what we must understand is simply this is hunting behavior. In the state of Indiana, the winter normally runs up into April, and then it kind of breaks into spring from April. So we're just now experiencing some of the better days that we've had since the fall. So what that means is, in the predator's mind, is just getting warm a couple of days, and already during school hours at 4 o'clock, 4:15, he's out hunting, he's out cruising the neighborhoods, waiting and following buses. And his first attempt was at Lily and Drexel, a 3300 block of Lily, for those of you who are familiar with Fort Wayne and the South Side. And then he immediately, within 15 minutes, when that attempted abduction was foiled by an onlooker, and thank God for the onlooker that came to the girl's rescue. We need more citizens to stay alert, stay involved, and to be ready to go to action. But he immediately leaves that location, and within 15 minutes, he's at the second location. Now, I drove it today, so it's an 11-minute drive. So within 15 minutes, which means he wasn't even at the second location 5 minutes before he tried to abduct yet another child. This is a very dangerous individual that needs to be caught. So on my screen, as you can see, we are also running the description that it's a white male, running the size, he's a white minivan with a window knocked out. The passenger window seems to be knocked out and plastic covering it. It has rust on it, and it is an older model. So we're going to be posting all of these things. We want you to stay with the story. We want you to keep following it. We want you to be aware. We want you to warn your children. We want you to warn your daughters and warn your little ones and keep an eye on them. because this is serious business. We don't want another situation than what happened in the city of Fort Wayne going back to April Tinsley in 1988, who also was taken off the streets of Fort Wayne. And so we must be vigilant, must stay alert. This is the DBI. I am Darren Barbour of Darren Barbour Investigations.